everyone, and welcome to Franka's Fab Family. I am Franka, and I want to thank you so much for joining us again. I want to thank all of you that have been watching the videos. I want to thank you for sharing the videos, hit subscribe the videos, and I hope that you're enjoying, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Today we are going to talk about some ways that we can actually love on our children. We all know how you can love on an adult, but people don't take time. A lot of people anyway, not everyone. Kudos to those parents that are really rocking and doing what they need to do to help create successful future adults. But some of us that need a little bit more help, suggestions or tips or strategies, here you go. I am going to give you 8 tips, 8 little tips of ways that you can express love to your children. We're in the month of January, and we know it's a little cold, even in the warmer states or in the Caribbean. And I started this even when I was in the Caribbean. And it's the heat up the clothes type of thing. Number one, if you have small children and it's cold outside in the morning, throw their towels, throw their sweaters, throw their jackets, throw their socks, throw their blankets in the dryer before they put them on. Throw their morning clothes in the dryer before they put them on. My children absolutely love it, love it. It makes them so warm and toasty, and we've been doing this since they were little. Another thing is with the heat, when they come out of the shower, if the house is really, really cold or it has that cool air in it, you can plug up your blow dryer, and after you pat them dry, blow dry them from head to toe. I mean, especially the feet and the hands, it will warm up the whole body. I mean, you will go from a cranky, oh, I'm cold kid to this, oh, it's just a wonderful thing. And my kids absolutely love it. I heard one of them were like, I'm going to do that to my kids. It's a wonderful expression of love. And it's so simple, really just heat up your kids' things, so they step into this warm and toasty piece of clothing of item, or you blow dry them and they could really enjoy just the heat and everything like that. Another way that you can express some love to your children is by giving them a personal spa date in your house. In your house. Now, I know you can take them to the professional spa and give them a massage, or you can get them a pedicure and manicure and things like that. But the reason why I'm saying for you, the parent, to do it, these are the reasons. When you take time to lotion or to oil or to physically touch your children, it's not with you people that touch your children in the incorrect way. That's another whole video. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about safe, healthy touching, with your children of any age, right? So let's make that straight. So on the spa day, what you're doing, you're giving your child the opportunity for you to groom them and touch them. What I do, since my room is the most luxurious, we will have the spa day in my quarters. So I will set up the bathroom, I will put on the mood lights, sometimes I will burn candles, I will run my tub, they will get a bubble bath and things like that. I will scrub them from head to toe with a sugar scrub or some type of exfoliant scrub to get all that dead skin off of them, especially the back. And if they're older children, they keep on their brief, and I will just scrub them down from head to toe, right? After that, I will cut all their nails, I will cut their toenails, I will clean their ears and things like that. I would really just pamper them. But this is a really nice bonding time between me and each child, because we talk, we get to bond, I get to hear what's really going on with them, we get to really create our private time together. And it's very important that when you have multiple children in the house, you give each child private time with you. You spend family time together, but you have to have private time. And I find that these grooming sessions are wonderful opportunities to create private times with your children. So a home spa is a wonderful, wonderful way. And after the bathroom, we will go to my room. I will normally have meditation music or, some instrumental music and things like that. And I will give them a massage from head to toe. Gabriel is funny because he's very, very sensitive. So he would be like, not so hard, mommy, not so hard. Luke is ticklish. So Luke would be just laughing all over the place. But it's really a good time. It's a really good bonding time between me and the children. So I just want to encourage you to try it. If you don't want to go through all of that, you could just give your children a foot massage. Like literally, people, a lot of the things that we do in adult life without, the violation of the child, you can actually do it to your children. It builds so much self-esteem. It builds confidence. It also builds a bond between you and your child. And it's just a great way to tell your kids you love them. Another thing that we do in my house is called a compliment day. A compliment day is when each member of the family gets a day of the week. So you have 7 days in the week, and each person will pick a day, whether it's Friday or Sunday or Monday or Wednesday, whatever. Each person will pick a day. On that day, the whole family must compliment that person. So let's say today is Thursday and it's Gabriel's day. Everybody in the family have to compliment Gabriel, from his height, from his intelligence, from his wit, from his humor, from his strength, everything. Like the whole day you just get compliments. From the time you wake up, it's like, hey, handsome, how are you? Hey, beautiful, how are you? You're so smart. You smell so good. You shower them with compliments. The beautiful thing about that is that it, again, builds self-esteem and self-worth. Imagine growing up, I was never ever told that I was beautiful. I was never ever told, aside from learning how to work and really, really work, my self-esteem was not like, I've seen people and their self-esteem is out of the park, out of the roof. And the reason why, something happened in their younger life that helped them to develop and build that self-esteem. So we as parents need to do things and use strategies and skills to not only encourage our children, but to help build them up. So you imagine a child hearing all the time, you are strong, you can do it, you are gorgeous, you are beautiful. They are less likely to be taken advantage of in adulthood because they know their value, they know their worth. Number 4, another wonderful thing you can do for your children to let them know that you love them is dress up like them. Literally dress up like them. My daughter loves dressing up like me. I mean, I will buy bathing suits. I don't know the last time if it's a little bikini or whatever. But normally I will buy a bathing suit where her and I, we have the same thing. I even keep the same color. I don't even change up the colors. We are roughly around the same size now. So I'm buying 2 of everything and she loves that. I mean, from when she was small, you could see her like she just loved dressing up like me. Because remember, if we are to be our children's role model as a female or as a male, what better way to emulate your role model but by looking like them? I am one of those parents that honestly believe that when you can say that my kids look up to me, they honor me and they look up to me, and that is something that we should strive for. We should strive that our kids honestly look at us as a role model for their life. When they think of a female, my mother was a role model for me. When they think of a male, my father was a role model for me. And that's how I look at parenting. It's like if you put your whole heart and soul into it, you will get it back. And dressing up these little ones like you, they love it. That is like a win all the time. Another thing I would like to say, especially if you have older children, hug your children. Give them a big squeeze. Hug your children, people. We as people are social creatures. We love physical touch and interaction. Now, everyone don't to some degree, but I'm saying really, really try to foster in some degree a hug, a touch to your children. Because while verbal affirmations really do work, physical touch really do exchange and express love. And you can actually, when you hug a person, if you're very intuitive, you can tell their mood. You can actually feel your children's mood. You can sense, you can hug a person and that unspoken sixth sense in you will be like, baby, is something wrong? Are you okay? And those things can only happen when there is a constant exchange of connection and bonding and interaction, and it really works. Another thing that we can do for our children to express love is leave love notes. I love writing love notes. I'm big on love notes. So, if I pack the kids lunch, I will, write a note in it telling them how much I love them or reminding them of something that they need to focus on for the day, and just really constantly being a person in their life that's always there. I'm always here for you. As the child gets older, you will wean off a little bit, but especially the young little ones, when I clean their room, I will leave a sticky on their mirror. Sometimes I leave treasures, like my daughter, she has a dollhouse jewelry box thing. I would leave little notes in it, and she might find it weeks later, and it's like, thank you, mommy, and stuff like that. So these are just wonderful, wonderful ways to build your children up. I mean, like, make them unstoppable. We know how ugly this world is. So imagine, you know how unkind adults can be and uncaring adults can be. And you know, when you have ever gotten attached to a person like that or in a situation like that, how awful it is. But when you build up your children, that they know their worth, they know their value, they know what they can contribute for themselves and for life in general, people who mean them harm don't come that easy into their life because they can detect it. I am valued. I know what love feels like. When my sons, when they go and get girlfriends and stuff, now while I've always trained my sons and I would tell them they will never be a problem. Actually, their wife or girlfriend would say, your mother did a good job on you. And the reason why, I know the things that women typically don't like. So what you will do is that you will help the child develop. But at the same set, my sons will know, oh no, I know how a woman is supposed to treat me. I know when a female loves me, what that feels like, because they would have gotten it from me. So let's be an example for our children. Another thing that I do, this is more of an annual something, is a birthday blessing. A birthday blessing. May I encourage you this year, when your children have a birthday, whether you live in the house with them or not, you make some time over the phone or in person and you give them a birthday blessing. What is a birthday blessing? A birthday blessing for me, I've been doing this for years for all of my kids, is when you sit down and you place your hand over your children or you place it over their shoulders or whatever, but what you're doing is you're transferring this blessing onto them. And you literally speak life, prosperity, health, fortune, future, longevity, wisdom. Like, you bless your children with all of these wonderful, wonderful words. And what you do, since a new year is beginning, you would have known, if you were paying attention, some of the struggles that your children are going through. So you then call the end result into that. So if your child is struggling with staying focused or something like that, when you're blessing your child, you bless them with focus, you bless them with patience, you bless them with understanding and wisdom and self-determination, and just, you bless your kids, you bless them. But the birthday blessings are so important, and my kids look forward to that, because that's that time that you sit there and I am going to really shower you with blessings. And a little branch off from that, which can be a daily or a weekly activity, is a prayer journal for each child. What that is, I have a journal for each child, and I just have prayers for their life. I have prayers for their future. I have prayers for their friends or mates or job, careers, things like that. Every category I can think of, I call life into their future life. You know, we as parents really don't understand the amount of power that we have as a parent to ensure that our children, the next generation, I mean rock. I remember one time, you know, some family members said to me, you know, because Jordan was doing really, really well in school and Luke was not doing as well. Luke was not doing as well because when Luke decided he didn't like an assignment, sometimes he just wouldn't do it when he was younger. And I was like, baby, it doesn't work like that. You can't go to the workplace and just be like, well, I don't feel like seeing my patients today. I actually had a case. I was working someplace one time, and the patient died because the nurse came in, you know, on a bad day, and she just didn't perform or didn't do what she needed to do as she should, and unfortunately the patient died. And I am just saying, it's like, we have to understand that we can get out of life what we put in. And a lot of you parents out there, and I have to say you, because I know I'm putting in the work, and I have no problem saying that. You're not putting in the work. You're not putting in the work. So I'm saying to you today, these are opportunities for you to take some time to just love on your kids. Like, love on them. Be that adult in their life that you wish you had growing up. Be that source of strength, protection, providing, all of the things that we many times give to mates, and the children get like the crumbs left over. I am telling you, if we take some focus off of our adult relationships and we instill it in our children with balance, of course. I'm not asking anybody to ignore their mate or things like that. No, but really and truly, children are not getting enough attention. Children are being, they're coexisting in the house with their parents. There's no real interaction, no daily interaction, because it's a lot of work. Having children is a lot of work. It's like from the time you wake up, from the time you go to work, from the time you come back home, from the time they go to bed, there is a lot going on in between. And a lot of parents that were not prepared for children, they just want to come home and sit in front of the TV or on the phone and chill and stuff like that. Even Instagram and stuff like that. Do you know that sometimes me and the kids, we sit there and we watch these videos together and stuff like that? My feed is quite age appropriate, so don't, do that if your feed is not age appropriate or appropriate, So really and truly, children are our little vessels that need nourishing, they need feeding, they need encouraging, they need support, they need everything and then some that we need in a younger version. And because many of us have suffered with or is suffering from a result of neglect, abuse, just uncaring parents, we are suffering from those things. Let us not only heal ourselves, but take the time to really invest in our children, invest in their education, invest in their love, invest in their self-esteem, invest. And many times it's just from small little gestures. Children are really, really easy to please. I will buy like a whole pack of those mini Kit Kats or mini chocolate bars or something like that, and I will hide them around the house. So whoever take it upon themselves to clean the books in the TV unit, they will find a little treat behind one of those books sometimes, or I will hide it, in their rooms and things like that, because it's just, it's really easy to please a child, and it's really easy just in words or in kind gestures to build a child's self-esteem up. So I know we spoke this week about, parental abuse on each other. But those abuse and those unkind ways that children see adults interact, it ingrains in the child. Even though you're not telling the child, make sure you beat your wife when she's not, well, I hope you're not. Make sure you beat your wife when she's not listening, or your daughter. You can go ahead and cheat on your husband. Like, it's no big deal. I hope you're not instilling those kind of values in your children. But if you're doing those actions in the presence of your children, trust and believe they are absorbing that information, because children actually learn from what we do more than what we say. So let's do more by expressing love and expressing kindness and expressing support and taking time. Let our children see us heal. It's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, like, my children have actually really seen a lot of the developmental changes that I have gone through. And I will call it out. I don't shout and raise my voice and things like that like I used to. I'm not as impatient as I used to be and things like that, because now I can just chill. I can relax. I can understand. Knowledge really is power. It's freeing you. It grounds you. And if you are having a difficult time in any category with your children, look it up. It's that simple. The information is out there. There's like no excuses anymore, right? So today, again, remember, there are small little gestures that you can do to your children on a daily basis just to say, I love you. Just to say, I appreciate you. I value you. You are special in this world. I am glad that you are here. And I'm telling you, in no time, you will see a child shift from a grumpy teenager to an amazing, hey mom, how you doing? And come give you a kiss that you didn't even ask for. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I'm telling you, it's out there and it's possible. So let's be kind and good to each other. Let's definitely be kind and great to our kids. Let's put them first. Both parents, put your children first. And what's left over, you give to each other. But definitely, children cannot take care of themselves. They cannot feed themselves the love in early childhood that a parent is supposed to give them. So let's do better, because the way the world is right now, I mean, it's evident that the last generation did not get enough of the love and care that they needed in early childhood. So let's do better in this generation, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful wonderful, wonderful day. Stay blessed, stay warm, stay happy, you know. Franka Potter, take care.